All right, here's where we're going to start. Here's where we're going to start. Look, man, Carlee Russell, I don't know if you guys remember this case. This stupid black bitch faked her own abduction. And here's what's crazy. When this case first came out, I told everybody, like all the true crimers were like, we got to find Carlee Russell. I was like, this bitch faked it. I remember Mindy thought it was real. And I said, no, this bitch faked it. Mindy was like, we'll see. We saw, didn't we? We saw. Because she avoids jail and is sentenced to 1 year probation plus an $18,000 fine. Russell, age 26, avoided 1 year of jail, which she should have got. I cannot believe this was a misdemeanor. That was recommended by the state prosecutors. In court on Thursday, Russell apologized for her actions and negative emotions they caused they caused the nation. Last July, I don't know if you guys remember, Russell caused national panic when she went missing, only to return claiming to have been kidnapped by a couple on the side of the road. It was this black bitch right here. Let's just call it what it is. She went and cheated on her man at some Motel 6. I believe this is where they got her. All of this missing. Everybody came out. Carlee Russell calls 911 after seeing a toddler walking. This is that 911 call. And you know what? I don't even remember actually hearing the 911 call. Now we're going to listen to it. Because for some reason, they didn't give this bitch any real time. They didn't. Make sure y'all can.
I am on Interstate 459 and
Can you hear?
there's a kid just walking by themselves. Oh, hold on. Where am I supposed to are you? I'm
But basically,
next to the exit 10.
yeah, Mindy's been around though.
Okay, so you're before that exit? Yes. Okay, and were you headed southbound or northbound?
So basically, this woman basically just said she pulled over to help a baby that was in the middle of the interstate, which never existed, and then somebody kidnapped her. She was never kidnapped. It was all a lie. That's the way the case went. She's found guilty, of course, of faking her disappearance, faking her kidnapping, and she gets off with no jail time at all, none whatsoever, at all. Just probation.
Extremely remorseful for the panic, fear. I am extremely remorseful for the panic, fear, and various range of negative emotions that were experienced across the nation.
Carlee Russell giving a tearful apology in court today, pleading guilty after faking her own kidnapping. But thanks for joining us at 5. I'm Guy Rawlings.
And I'm Sherry Falk. You may remember Russell turned herself into the Hoover City Jail last July. She told police she lied about seeing a baby on the side of the interstate and faked her own abduction. The incident prompted a massive search and gained national attention. Today, she pleaded guilty to 2 misdemeanors in court.
How are they misdemeanors?
13th, Lisa Crane was at that plea hearing. Today, she's live and local in Bessemer. No jail time for Russell, Lisa, huh?
Slap on the wrist, it's 100%.
No, the case is now closed, and it was not the ending the Hoover Police Chief or the State Attorney General's office had pushed for, but the judge handed down the sentence saying he would not treat Carlee Russell any differently than any other first-time nonviolent offender.
To the misdemeanor offense of making a false police report, how do you plead?
Okay, I do gotta be honest. First-time nonviolent offender. No, I think you have to give aggravating circumstances. She said a white man with orange hair like Donald Trump. She said a old white man with orange hair that looked like Donald Trump kidnapped her. No, I think that should be an aggravating circumstance and her ass should be in jail. Whether it's her first charge, first crime or not, it does not matter. The aggravating circumstance is when you add, said her great-grandfather was probably a slave, she is excused exactly. When you add the racial element to it, you're risking a racial confrontation in your city or nationally. Because all you're doing, that's when you keep doing this Jussie Smollett type shit, the problem is you get the Tyrones that believe you, that dirty white man with the orange hair, and you get people like me that's like, nah, this black bitch just faked the whole shit. You see what I'm saying? And when you're causing that division, and people can get hurt with that. It's just the truth. It's like a girl calling rape locked them up. Yeah. So exactly, that's a great point. Just because it's her first case and it's non-violent, what if she had accused someone of rape and didn't do it? Would you say the same thing? It's a misdemeanor, no jail time, because it's her first time ever falsely accusing someone of rape? Says nobody in Alabama looks like that bullshit. That's your people upgrade. It does only work in one direction, 100%.
Guilty.
For the first time since she faked her own abduction last summer, we heard Carlee Russell speak. After pleading guilty, she made an emotional
Look at
plea
all that
for
hair
leniency
weave.
in
Man,
sentencing.
that bitch got a whole ball of yarn. Literally just tied across her head. Look at that shit. Just a whole ball of yarn. Y'all the ugliest motherfuckers on the planet. You know I'm talking to, Sharkeisha. Y'all the ugliest bitches on the planet. Just big and fat and linebackerish, and you just got yarn attached to your head, and then when it's not yarn, it's a horse's ass. You're just one, and you got herpes, 50% of you.
My sincerest apologies to the Hoover Police Department and every other law
Just
enforcement
disgusting
agency
whores.
and personnel for the position that I put them in and for the resources used. I absolutely regret my decision, and in hindsight wish that I had cried for help in a totally different manner.
In the end, Judge David Carpenter sentenced Carlee Russell to a total of a year in jail, but suspended that sentence so she'll
All
be
that
on
crazy
probation
shit.
instead. A disappointing end to this case for the state attorney general's office, which stepped in to prosecute the case. They had hoped Russell would at least come clean with the details of what happened during the almost 48 hours she was missing.
Ms. Russell faked a kidnapping, duped the community, and contrived.
So I see the glue in her hairline.
We still, Judge, don't know to this day where she was, how she got there, what she was doing, and with whom she was doing it with.
Russell was also ordered to serve 100 hours of community service. And
So they never even told her, she never even told, you know why she did it? You know why she accepted the plea? So she wouldn't have to tell her boyfriend who she was fucking in that hotel. Remember, she stopped at that restaurant and got food for 2 people. None of that shit was in the car. She got snacks and food for 2 people. Owen Gordon says blacks wonder why there is so much income difference between whites and black. You gotta stop living in someone else's past. Living today, get over it. Agreed 100%, Owen? 100%.
pay restitution of right at $18,000 to the city of Hoover as compensation for the search efforts. Police Chief Nick Durzis was not impressed.
The $17,800, whatever their restitution, is not really close to really what the restitution should be. And
what's up,
bottom line,
Shanice?
there should be consequences for your act.
Shanice, Shanice always pops in here at the perfect time. Hello, beautiful. How you doing, Shanice? I feel like Shanice always pops in. She never pops in on a random white story. Do you know what I'm saying? Shanice literally, right when I'm hammering Sharkeisha's, like I'm just nailing them to the wall, here comes Shanice, like, hi, JB. Call me in the act, huh? Anyway, it's good to see you, Shanice. How you doing? Hope you're doing well, beautiful. It wasn't me. She went sucking dick. Yeah, it's 100% what she did. She went sucking dick. She went sucking dick, 100%. No doubt about it, at all.
Actions. It appears to me here the consequences are for the parents, because I would assume that they're the ones that are going to have to pay for this.
Chief Durzis says that his department
one
actually
white
spent
man,
closer
you
to
got any idea the major
$50,000
fuckings
in the
I
search
have?
for Russell
There
in
you
the
go.
ongoing investigation. Russell must also, as part of her sentencing, must continue her mental health counseling. She'll be back before the judge in October for a review hearing. Live in Bessemer, Lisa Crane, WVTF.
Mental health counseling.
Lisa, thanks. We've been following this story for you since last July. You can find a full timeline of the kidnapping hoax on the free WVTM 13.
I hate this bitch. I hate this Carlee Russell bitch.